That's what I can tell y'all about. Okay, so boom. Now, once I begin down this rabbit hole, I mean, when I said it, I was feeling like this. That's how I felt. Like, I don't know how to. That's the only way I can explain that. That's how I felt. Okay, so as I'm going down this rabbit hole, mind you, I was, baby. I didn't want to be around nobody. I didn't want to be at my house. I was staying in hotels. Like, now that leads me to something else, because let me pause on that real quick, because I thought, you can't tell me it wasn't. So he either had listening devices or actual cameras in my house, because I would have conversations with my friends and he would literally know everything that I was talking about with my friends. And it's like, and I told him this before, like, I'm convinced you got like cameras or microphones in my house or something, because how the fuck do you know what I'm talking about? I didn't trust nobody, okay? So only people I was talking to, okay, we going back. So only people I was talking to was my sister, the one that came over with the machete, and my dude, right? So, and I'm just like, I'm really tripping, y'all. I'm really tripping when I first found all this out, because I mean, just think if you found out that the person you've been dealing with was sent in by your family to sacrifice you, okay? Like, literally. Like, so once I found this out, and it was like information overload. Like, I just couldn't believe it. So I'm trying to figure out who all involved, what the fuck been going on. Mind you, this like the first or second week that I found out what was going on. So it was new, it was fresh. I mean, rabbit hole had no ending in sight. Like when you drop one of them coins and it just go forever. That's how I felt. Like, once again, right? So my kids, they was fucking with my kids, y'all. Let me tell y'all how they was fucking with my kids. Now, my kids ain't never had no bad dreams before. They ain't never woke up and was like, Mommy, I had a bad dream. Never, okay? So they start having bad dreams. My son was having bad dreams. My oldest son was having bad dreams about a lion. And any dream interpreters, please feel free to chime in. He was having a dream that he was like on a cliff and he was running from a lion, and he went over the cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff it was a lion and it ate him. Okay. Then he had a dream that he was at somebody's funeral and he was naming all the people that was at the funeral, but he didn't know who was in the casket. Okay. He had that dream. And these is dreams that he kept having. He had like 2 or 3 of them. Okay. And then my middle son, he was seeing witches, literally. I mean, he think it was like 3 at the time, 3 or 4. And we was just sitting there, and he like, Mommy, it's a witch in the corner. I'm like, what do you mean it's a witch in the corner? He like, with a broom. I said, in a hat? And he was like, yeah, it's a witch right there. Like, literally pointing at it, like it's a witch right there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, girl, it's giving me chills just to bring it back up. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, what you mean? And I'm like, what we got to do? He like, you got to beat it up. I said, who got to beat it up? I got to beat it up. He said, you got to beat it up. So I grab a shoe and I'm beating the witch in the corner. I'm beating it and I'm praying and all that. I'm beating it. I said, is it still there? He said, yeah, it's at the top now. So I'm beating the top, I mean, this is literally, this is what's happening. Okay. So we leave from where we at or whatever. I beat the witch. Okay. I beat the witch up. The witch gone. We leave. It's a crescent moon. He said, Mommy, there go the witch again. I said, where? He said, sitting on the moon. I swear to God, y'all. I swear to God, this is what my 3-year-old is telling me. Okay? So he the middle child. Now my little baby, like, he might have been 1, okay? And just one day, this is the creepiest of the creepy though. So we sitting there, right? Me and his dad, we sitting on the bed. Mind you, I barely trust this nigga at this time, okay? Literally, this is how I feel. I barely trust him. But you gonna help me with these kids. So we sitting on the bed. It's me, him, and the little baby. And all of a sudden, he just get the squirming. When I say squirming, I mean literally like squirming, but he crying like something is hurting, something. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? He's squirming, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm looking at him, his dad looking at me. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So then it just stopped, right? It just stopped, and he looking at his dad, and he looking at me, and he looking at his dad. And I could cry bringing this back up, y'all. I swear to God, man. Oh my gosh. So he looking at his dad. He looking at me. And I mean, like, we talking about a 1-year-old, and his eyeballs is going like this. So now I'm looking at his dad sideways, like, what you trying to tell me, baby? What you trying to tell me about your daddy? And he just looking. He can't talk. He don't talk. So he just looking back and forth. So I'm thinking he trying to tell me something. This baby is trying to tell me something, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. That was the first time it happened. It ended up going away, and I'm just side-eyeing his daddy, like, let me find out you was in on it, okay? Let me find out you was in on it. That's how I'm feeling, right? So that was that day. The next day, the same thing happened. Now, that was the first time it happened, right? I didn't think nothing of it. But after it happened, I had to do my research. And I found out that it was literally somebody, I don't know who, but it was somebody literally using my baby's eyes as a portal to see what was going on, okay? And then I also figured out how to stop it, okay? So the next day, the same thing happened. How did I know it was happening? Because he get the squirming. This is literally what's happening to my 1-year-old, squirming. But he crying though, like he trying to fight something off. Like that's literally what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm like, it's happening. I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, how do I stop this whatever from trying to come through my baby? So I get the praying, right? And I'm holding them down on the bed. Like, holding them down on the bed. I don't give a fuck. I'm holding them down on the bed. And I'm like, look at me. And this is how I knew that whoever or whatever was trying to come through, they knew. They could see me. Because I'm like, it was not until I got on top of him that all of a sudden he can't open his eyes no more. So I'm literally, my knees is on his arms. And I'm prying his eyeballs open, peeling them open, like, look at me. And I'm praying over him. When I say, Lord, when I say I'm praying over my baby, y'all, oh my gosh, I'm literally praying over my baby. I mean, sweat. I don't even sweat. I do not sweat, okay? That's one thing I can say about me. You're not going to catch me beating up and sweating. I'm literally praying over him, sweating bullets, y'all. Shirt soaking wet. I mean, I could wring out my shirt. That's how wet my shirt was. I'm praying over my baby. Like, I mean, everything you could think of to pray about, I prayed about it over my baby. And I'm peeling his eyeballs open. And then he'll snap out of it. And then he'll just be looking at me and get the smiling. That's how I knew it was over. Now, that happened. That's the next day. It happened once. And then it happened the next day. And then that same day, do you know they tried it again? But by that time, I had it down packed, baby. Mama. Because who gonna play with us? Nobody. Because they thought I was something to play with. So now this the same day. This the second time it's about to happen. Like and comment for part 2. I'm going to give y'all part 2 anyways. I don't care if you like or comment or agree or subscribe. Whatever the fuck they be saying. I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say.